Good morning, party people. How are we? It is currently 5:50. I was up about half an hour ago. Do you want to see something really cool? I don't think the lighting does it justice, but that is the beach, literally. Welcome back to another episode of MEKKITFIT, series where I take you through my day. Usually a pretty active one in terms of work, training, socials, and I show you exactly how I hit my macros, hit my calories, around all of it. Please also bear in mind, this is going to be the first YouTube video that I've ever made. So it's not going to be great, it's probably going to be pretty shit. Camera angles aren't going to be great, audio quality is not going to be great, but it'll go upwards from here. So if you exhale carbon dioxide, or you consider yourself a good human, please like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, it feels weird to say that. Alright, let's crack on with the day. Time to begin the treacherous 5-minute walk down to the park that I run in. She's a beauty. The park I was going to run in now has 2 separate yoga classes going on. So to avoid myself looking like a massive fucking creep and disrupting their flow with the sounds of I will just go to a different park. And it is busy. The beach is absolutely rammed, so it's just gone 6. And so the time zone with Australia is that 6 a.m. here is like 9 a.m. pretty much across the world everywhere else. Not because we're any better than you, because inevitably the caveat to getting up early is that everyone is in bed here by like 8 or 9, but because everyone's doing it, that's fine. All right, this one is gonna have to do. My running at the minute is essentially only allowed to be barefoot on grass for short intervals at a time, and it's meant to be jogging. So I'm gonna do a bit of a warm up here, some light plyos, some leg swings, some squats, some lunges, some calf raises, essentially just get every joint within the lower extremities warm, get my heart rate up, and then we'll get going. This pitch is like curved, it's like a semicircle, so curved jogging, good for knee rehab, exposing the knee to some lateral challenge when running, and then straight line running a lot quicker. This is actually perfect. And instead of getting a shower, good morning. That was my first ever attempt at a YouTube transition. I'll get better at it, I swear. First bit of calories going in, we have a latte with some brown with some brown sugar and one of the fucking hell, and one of these 9% dark chocolate tabs. Then I started work at about 7:30, and today's tasks comprise of client program revisions, catch-up calls, content creation, newsletter creation, content planning, and just getting back to all clients. Quick interlude from work to show you our neighbour's cat that I thought had Down syndrome. This is Poppy. Hello, Popsicle.
Diabetes.
Oh, you're so gorgeous. Oh, yeah, you are. Turns out Poppy is just a Persian cat, doesn't have Down syndrome. First direct protein source going in. This is 60 grams of pistachio whey. The worst protein powder alive. I need to get through it. I've got this thing in my head, like I can't half finish supplements, like I have to finish it before I buy any more. And then about 300 mils skim milk. Not pleasant, not pleasant. Of course, whilst we consume one of these, I've also got my hair medication, 0.25 milligrams of minoxidil, and I take a multivitamin that I know for a fact does fuck all, and I still take it.
And that takes us to pre-workout meal. And the main things that I look for within a pre-workout meal, regardless of whether I'm dieting or whether I'm training for performance or anything else, is a good, healthy serving of carbohydrates, a moderate serving of protein, because ultimately protein is difficult to break down, so you don't want to be digesting a shit ton of it whilst you're at the gym, although that should be mitigated by how far away your pre-workout meal is from your gym session anyway, which for me is about 45 to 60 minutes. And then fats want to be kept pretty low. Fats have the slowest rate of gastric emptying, so they are just going to sit in that system for the longest amount of time. And in addition to that, because they take a while to break down, they actually slow down the release of glucose into the bloodstream as well. So the carbohydrates that you're about to eat, in order to get the full benefit of them, you don't want fats to kind of dilute that benefit. So today we've got some 0% fat Greek yogurt. We're gonna have an apple, going to have some frozen mixed berries, 2 kiwis, and a little bit of honey. Should be less than 5 grams of fat there. And of course, I am weighing everything because it takes about 2 minutes accumulatively across the day to do so. And if you don't weigh it, you are massively guessing, right? Especially if you don't have that much experience tracking food. So just weigh it out. Also found these red kiwis in Coles. I don't think they have any added nutritional value, but they do have an added $2 for the equivalent pack of what I'd be paying for the gold ones. And I am a huge sucker for marketing, so I obviously paid it. Isn't she stunning? Also going to add a little bit of this sugar-free caramel topping. An ingredient list bigger than my dissertation. But hey, what did Daddy always tell you? Straighten up, soldier. Stiffen up that upper lip. What you crying about? You got me. Haley, I know you miss your mom. Pre-workout time, but before that, I got some new footballs. How cool is this one? The newest trick that I've been learning how to do is trying to balance it on my knee, and I'm getting pretty good at it. Whoa. Like that. Now this is absolutely disgusting, but I've only got 1 shaker, so for said pre-workout, I have to rinse the fucking milky pistachio stuff. Oh, this could be the thumbnail actually. This is another one of the supplements that I'm just trying to finish. It's not very good. It's so funny with pre-workouts, isn't it? Like the branding and the names that they use. Attention! Attention's actually not that bad. Usually it's something like fucking Jeffrey Epstein Brain Destroyer Nitro 3000, and then the flavour is like Dragon's Breath or something like that. I've said that just off the dome. That probably is a pre-workout somewhere. The walk to the gym is pretty much identical to the walk to the park this morning, i.e. it's about 5 minutes away. So I'm aware this video is not very relatable, but I have also handmade my life like this to be as convenient as possible. At the end of the day, this gym stuff is my job. So if we were looking around for a flat and we found one that we really liked, but the gym was an hour's drive away, it just wouldn't be an option to live there, which sounds ridiculous, but if I'm gonna be there twice a day, 5 days a week, it's essentially an office, and I need to make content, so it is an office. So, gym's shut. It's Easter Friday. Right, think on the clock. I've got to be home for 4:30 p.m. I'm gonna have to get a day pass at World's Gym, which is a 20-minute line bike away. So I'm gonna have to move today's cardio to tomorrow and just go quickly hit a push session at a different gym now. So I'm gonna get on one of these bad boys. You don't look cool if you don't wear a helmet, guys. If you want aura, stick it on. These things are great though. So they're about $1.75 per 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. very good if you're on the way home from a night out. So the compromise is that we actually just train at a much better gym. Every cloud. Push day. Come on. You're gonna have to accept really poor filming because 99% of the people in here are bigger than me, so I realistically shouldn't be getting my tripod out. So for each of my 5 sessions, I have a 15-minute movement prep. But given today's push, it's just about taking the shoulders to reach their function. So flexion, extension, internal and external rotation, adduction and abduction. Get the spine moving, get the scapula moving in all ways that it can. And all of these exercises I do in a circuit, so no rest, elevates my heart rate simultaneously, allows the caffeine a bit more time to peak in my system. And to be fair, it also acts as a psychological stepping stone to the actual working sets that I'm about to do. I usually kick all push sessions off with some lat raises because who doesn't need more delts? And in addition to that, it actually extends the shoulder warm up as well, which is a little bit nice. Then into chest press number 1, flat press, converging elbow path. This hammer strength piece is gorgeous. I use it every single time that I can. Press 2, another hammer strength plate loaded piece of equipment, about 60 degrees incline here, just predominantly delt, not that much chest going on here. We've done chest, we've done shoulders, and now this is a tricep press, one of my personal favourites, close grip Smith Machine JM press, kind of like a guillotine press. Now this one was meant to be a decline fly, but none were available, so I just used this pin loaded decline press. Wasn't great, I'll be honest, range of motion is pretty poor, as you can see here. I essentially half repping looking at these. Quick drop off at the airport, which means now we have a whip. Oh, it feels good to have a car, man. We have no need to have one in Coogee because the gym is 5 minutes away, the beach is 5 minutes away, supermarket 5 minutes away, the hospital that I get my physio at is 10 minutes away. But it means whenever you want to go on a road trip, you're a bit fucked. So yeah, this is nice. Fit check, pre-date night. You got that shit on. If you want to say something, you have to. If you want to say something, you have to get really close to the mic.
Just don't think we need to take bags everywhere. Just taking my phone.
My fit, matching shorts, matching hat, matching jacket, to matching shoes, and I did it all by myself. I didn't even need to use Lou. I'm getting good at this stuff.
I like to go out, actually. Not in a YouTuber.
And then to round off date night for dessert, me and Lou sat and played Fortnite duos. Just 2 fully grown 28-year-old adults living in Australia playing Fortnite on an evening. That's how it's done. Charlie Twerk and Bint. So the daily totals are 2474 calories, 194 protein, 76 fat and 241 grams of carbs, which is 250 calories over what I had programmed for that day, which was 21 to 2300. Now, am I going to throw the entire kitchen sink away and go binge and... No. 250 calories taken away from the day after just equals the balance and it all evens out. So that's what I did. Okay, ultimately, when me and Lou do date night, we surprise each other. So the other person doesn't know what the other person's booked, and I am psychologically obligated to order beef massaman curry at every single Thai restaurant that I go to that has it on their menu, and this time wasn't about to be any different. Okay, so I understood that the chicken satay skewers, they were going to be higher in protein, so I just picked those to cover my protein bases. And then the beef curry, I knew in the back of my head that was going to be higher calories, but I knew it was only going to be by a couple of hundred because I'd had less calories throughout the day earlier on. I'd saved 1,000 calories for that meal, and because I was only 200 to 300 over, I could just subtract that from the next day. So the next day I had about 1,800 calories, and then I was absolutely fine. Okay, this shit does not need to be complicated, and it's something that I go through with my clients on a weekly basis. One of the biggest questions and most valuable ones that I ask clients every single week is, are there any social occasions this week that you would like help with? Okay, they'll write the menus of the places that they're going to, or they'll just send me a link and I'll go do that research for them. I'll let them know exactly what to get and exactly what to do earlier on in their day so that they can maintain adherence to their nutrition targets. Okay, it's very simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's very simple to stick to. Okay, if you found this video helpful, or you want to know more about anything that I've covered, or even better, if you've got any feedback whatsoever, good or bad, I want to hear it, because like I said, this is my first YouTube video ever. So
the idea of anyone even reaching this far is probably a bit of an ambitious effort, so maybe I'm speaking to myself right now. Who knows? Anyways, I'll love you and leave you, and I'll speak to you soon.